In this video, we will set up Azure and Azure DevOps services. So to start with, we'll need to go to this URL. I'll provide the link of this URL in the description of this video. So we'll be creating a Azure free account. So I recommend you to follow the wizard which will be followed when you click this button. So you need to have an Outlook account. So that will also be asked when you start from here. So it will you need to have Outlook account, and then it will ask you the basic details of yours, and then it will ask you credit card details, so that when the trial period is completed, then they can go ahead and charge on that on the same credit card which we are going to provide. So we'll see like what do we get in the free account. Here we have these popular services in Azure which will be free for 12 months. Please explore these services. Like these are the services we can see here. So these are the services, not all, this is mixed of always and 12 months free. And here if you see Azure Advisory is always free, and it's unlimited, and anomaly detector, these many transactions are free per month for 12 months. So likewise app services, it is always free, but there is a limit of how many we can create. Okay, so like this Azure Kubernetes, it's completely free always. So the over here is like Azure Kubernetes service, the management is free, but the compute which we are going to provision in the backend, like nodes and all, that will be charged. So we should be careful over here. And all these services, like some are there are always free, and some are like for 12 months. Okay, and next is so they are saying 55 plus services are always free, and on top of that we are getting 200 USD credit for 30 days. So let's say if we provision some VMs and all, if the billing is within 200, then it will be deducted from this credit amount. So we have to use these 200 within the 30 days from the day of creating this account. Okay, so once you set up this account, you will get this Azure subscription. So what you need to do is you need to go to portal.azure.com. so here when you go to subscription, you can search it here also, subscription. So in subscription they are giving the free trial one. So if you see, this is a subscription ID and there's a directory which it has created, and the billing is mine is going to end in next month 26, and it shows active. Here we can check the cost analysis also. So there are many features where we can set the limit also, like it should not go beyond the given credit. So this is how it looks, the subscription, free trial subscription. Okay, now we will switch to Azure DevOps. So to create the Azure DevOps, you need to follow this wizard. Okay, so once you follow this this wizard, it will consume, or you can pass the Outlook account details which you create when you set up this Azure free account, right? So the same account you need to pass it in this. So once you do that, it will redirect you to set up your Azure DevOps organization. So here I have created this Azure DevOps Ninja. Okay, this is the organization, you can say a company name. Okay, and then so once you set up that, here you will get an option to connect to the Azure Active Directory. So the Azure setup which we did in here, the Active Directory, so this Active Directory where we create users and manage our users and group through this Active Directory, right? So we can link that to our Azure DevOps. So when you try to do that, it sometimes not sometimes, but at the first time it will not allow you to do that, because when you create this Azure DevOps subscription, or you can say Azure DevOps, when you sign up for this service, then by default, if you see this here in the directories, it will point to, by default it will point to this Microsoft account directory. Okay, and for this one we will not have access to create our accounts and everything. So what we need to do to set this Azure AD to our Azure DevOps, what we need to do is we need to switch the directory, and you will get an option to select your Azure DevOps, the directory, this one. Okay, so here I have selected that Azure DevOps directory, and then here this is my organization, and in this organization we are going to create like multiple projects, right? So in one organization we can have multiple projects. So in that way, in that sense, like we are going to create multiple projects here. How we are going to do it? Like we use this option to create a new project. Okay, so I think that's it for this video. We'll explore all these options in coming videos. Thank you for your time. See you in next video.